on shared infrastructure all completely stopped working shortly before 5 p.m. Sky's Mark Stone has the latest.
To be a fly on the wall inside the offices of Facebook here in the United States right now, I imagine there is a severe degree of meltdown going on as they try to work to get their networks back up and running. In terms of what's happened, we don't know, but what we do know is that for going on of more than 2.5 hours now, Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp, all of course owned by Facebook, have been down, we think globally. This is the longest global outage, the longest outage that Facebook has ever experienced. They have had them in the past, as have other media companies, but it's not clear what has brought this about. There has been a brief statement from one of their spokespeople here in Washington, D.C., Andy Stone, no relation, I should say, says we are aware that some people are having trouble accessing our apps and products. We're working to get things back to normal as quickly as possible, and we apologise for any inconvenience. Now, similar messages have been distributed by the WhatsApp platform and by Instagram, and a lot of these messages are being distributed, rather embarrassingly, via Twitter, of course not owned by Facebook, and it is via Twitter that many people are expressing their frustration. I think what this shows, apart from anything else, is the degree to which we are addicted. Those people who use Facebook and other apps are addicted to these platforms. There is a desire to get back onto them, but it's also very peaceful, isn't it, without the pings and the distractions of WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook as well. But this is very, very serious. Beyond that, I mean, clearly millions and millions of people right around the world rely on Facebook, not for social media, but for business. Instagram and Facebook, and indeed WhatsApp for its messaging service, are vital components of many businesses globally who will now be experiencing massive problems as a consequence of this. We simply don't know when it will get back up and running. I'm looking at my WhatsApp account now, and it's just got that wheel going round and round saying connecting. Now, there is another as yet unconnected element to all of this, that Facebook has been in the news today because of a whistleblower here in the United States, a woman who worked at Facebook until May this year, who has been speaking to the American media over the course of the past 24 hours and talking about conflicts of interest between what was good for the public and what was, excuse me, what was good for Facebook. This person has been suggesting that Facebook is putting eyeballs and profits ahead of safety, and that they have been ignoring their own internal advice which said that their platforms were addictive, were dangerous, and that Facebook was simply ignoring this in chasing profits. Of course, Facebook denies all of this. Their immediate focus, though, will be getting their platforms back up and running.
Mark Stone in Washington there with the latest. Now you're watching